KaIgaku. First of all, KaIgaku's story goes back to, he was in an orphanage. Himajima was running an orphanage. He was taking care of the children. Out of fear of being eaten, he gave up the other kids. He's like, here, I'll leave the door open for you, but just don't eat me. The coward he was, right? But then he had the audacity to also join the Demon Slayers after that. Even though, Himajima was there and other things, he was still like, I'm going to change my life. He became a student of the Thunder Hashira. He learned 6 of the 7 forms of lightning breathing. But he couldn't do, oh no, it was the first breathing form, my bad. Zenitsu knew all the, or KaIgaku knew all the breathing forms except the first form. And Zenitsu knew the first form, and that's all he knew. But that's the basis of lightning breathing. Zenitsu had the fundamentals down, but he had the other techniques. But because he didn't have the fundamentals down, right, his, all the other moves were not at its fullest potential. Because that if you don't have the fundamentals down, you can't use advanced techniques that well. So, there's that too. So, when it comes to anyways, this guy became a demon because he met Kokushibo and he couldn't fight him. And he didn't want to die. He felt fear like he never felt before, and he became a demon. Zenitsu, he was like, I'm gonna kill you and you're gonna die just like our sensei did. He was worthless anyways. We had to share the position, and I wouldn't share the position with the likes of you. I'm glad I became a demon, that kind of thing. He was using all the thunder breathing forms, enhanced by the demon, his demonification, right? And he was still fucking Zenitsu up though. But Zenitsu had that move in the bag, the 7th form that he created, and he was defeated. But how powerful was KaIgaku? His strength was at 91%, speed 96%, durability 90%, endurance 89%, intelligence 89%, experience 90%, close skills 90%, range skills 89%, 91% for his recoup, and a 91 for his hacks. So overall power score 90.6% for KaIgaku. But be cool, call in the corner, and go see that in the theaters. It came back to the theaters, by the way. So it was in theaters last year in September, and now it's back in theaters now, for some time, but I don't know how long. I ain't going to see it because I already seen it 7 times. But it's worth the watch. So go see it if you haven't. And be cool, call in the corner.